Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. This will be a review on an 80s style T-Rex by Rebor, and it's 1/35th scale. It's called the 80s T-Rex Toy HD Remastered Californication VHS T-Rex. It's a big title. But this is clearly, this is the T-Rex from my childhood when I grew up watching cartoons and different films. And I remember seeing this style very much in a comic book that I had, where it was a T-Rex versus the American Army. I don't remember much about it, it's long gone, but this, when I discovered it very randomly, I just knew I had to have it because it was straight out of my memories of my childhood. This is an 80s kid dream come true, Absolutely awesome. And I always assumed that his tail was touching the surface, but it's not, it's hovering right above. So all the balance is in the feet. But I hope you enjoy this video, folks. It's the first of a few dinosaur videos coming up. I've got some other bits and pieces on the way, very impressive stuff. So if you're into dinosaurs, and who isn't, you're in for a good time. So drop a like on the video, subscribe to the channel, follow me on Instagram at DKnight333. Let me know what you think in the comments. Enjoy the review, folks. Now on the back of the box it says Retrosaurus, and then you've got 3 different variants of the one I have, and I didn't know there was 3 different color schemes. I love them all. I've got obviously the one with the big white square around it, but look how gorgeous that one in the middle is, and the red one. I love red and black. In Jurassic World Evolution 2, I keep making all my dinosaurs red and black for some reason. It's getting a bit ridiculous. I will have to make a Jurassic World Evolution 2 video on the channel at some point. I really want to show you guys the 2 different maps I created, just in sandbox mode where you can do whatever you want. I got one kind of lost world with just dinosaurs roaming around, no humans, and then another park that I've been working on for a while on and off. But I'll do that in the future. But I recognize this design over here on the left as well. I don't know what the film was called, I can't remember, but I certainly watched it a lot when I was a kid. And I remember this particular design. I swear there was a scene where some people were trying to fend it off with big sticks, like spikes, and they were kind of sticking them in his mouth and stuff like that. Confirm that for me if you know, folks, but he definitely looks like that one. Let's turn down the brightness a bit. I closed his mouth. And I love it, man. I absolutely love it. Reminds me of the Dino Riders T-Rex. Remember the Dino Riders cartoon in the 80s? I used to have quite a few of those toys. He probably reminds quite a few different people of different versions of the T-Rex from their childhood. He might be based on a very specific one, because Rebor tend to do that. Kind of unofficially, just, base their design on a movie. A lot of the Jurassic Park stuff, obviously. But if you do know, I like the little spikes on the end of his tail here. If you do know what particular version of a T-Rex, what film or whatever this is based on, it's probably just just the best of all worlds put into one figure. I love it. Absolutely love it. It looks a bit like the T-Rex from Toy Story at certain angles as well. Rex. Here is the Rebor 1/35th scale T-Rex next to a NECA Ultimate Michael Myers from Halloween 2. Just for a little height comparison. So not much taller than him, but obviously a fair bit going on with the body and the tail. But it doesn't take up too much space. It's a really nice size. Really classy piece. You could have this in your office. No one would complain, and if they did, fire them. So next to my 80s T-Rex we have a Papo Velociraptor. That was my first experience with these amazingly detailed, incredible sculpt and paintwork. These little dinosaurs that you can get out there in the world. And after I got myself this raptor, I got the blue paint variant to look more like the raptor from the Jurassic World movies. But I've always loved the original look for the raptors, that colour scheme. So I have another one of these on the way, but by Rebor, the same folks who made this fella. They made a Velociraptor called the Winston, which was a nice homage to Stan Winston from Stan Winston Studios, who worked on those movies. So that's coming up on the channel. And then I discovered, while I was looking at reviews on this fella, I had the suggested videos popping up on YouTube underneath by a company called W Dragon. And their stuff is amazing, so I got a couple of their pieces on the way too, an Indoraptor and another Rexy original Jurassic Park T-Rex. So a little bit coming up on the channel. I hope you guys are going to enjoy that. It's just where I'm at the moment, folks. I know Halloween is fast approaching. I'm going to be bringing you plenty of spooky videos for, you know, October and a live stream. But at the moment, you know, this is what I'm into. So in between those spooky videos, I will be bringing you some cool dinosaur content. So I hope you don't mind. I mean, it's kind of spooky. They're pretty scary. This guy's pretty creepy, and we know the raptor is a creepy creature. So it might all blend together quite well. But the point is, there's just so many choices, especially if you're after a Jurassic Park T-Rex. Forget about it. I thought it was just Papo and Rebor, but there's W Dragon. There's another company which I need to learn more about. Off the top of my head, it's spelled N-U-N-M-A maybe. Type that into YouTube and T-Rex, and they've done some incredible stuff as well. Some beautiful Spinosaurus figures out there. Trying to resist those for years. But then if you get the Spinosaurus, you need the green T-Rex. So, you know, gotta be careful. You know how it is. I'll just give you a close-up on the mouth area, because it's really, really well done. The teeth look really nice and sharp. They're beautiful. There's even, you know, kind of telltale signs of munching going on the teeth. They're not just like a straight up, you know, tooth colour, whatever you describe it, but there's actually some muck on there as well. Look how beautiful the sculpt is all around the mouth there, that whole bottom jaw area. It's just so damn precise. And the real wet side of the mouth. The tongue's kind of posed like it's slightly lifting up at the front. Looks like it's moving. And I guess these are all sculpted by hand first, like the prototypes, and then it's approved, but imagine having to sculpt all this. You know, like, you get done sculpting one side of the head and you realize I've got to do the whole other side, and then I've got to do the rest. Look at the detail on the neck. Kind of wrinkles and the movement in the skin. So impressed with it. Reminds me of the incredible work you see on the Godzilla figures. I really appreciate that kind of stuff. It's a beautiful piece to own. Now, out of all the T-Rexes that Rebor have made, they've done quite a few different types. Not just the ones I showed you on the back of the box, but the one from the Peter Jackson King Kong film. A whole bunch of others. There's loads of videos on YouTube comparing them all. So do a bit of research and see which ones you're most into. I had to start with this one though, because I'm an 80s kid. But out of all of them, I think this is the one that opens its mouth the least wide. You know, there's some of the other ones out there can really open their mouths and give a good scream. But this is as much as I can get this mouth open. Still fine, just letting you know. Now these dinosaurs are from the 80s, and they're from the Natural History Museum in England. I used to have a few of these, especially that T-Rex there, which was an amazing sculpt. I'll show you a better picture in a minute, but just wanted to show you how far we've come. You know, there's like literally just no paint details, just one solid colour. And the sculpts were incredible, but obviously not much going on with the paintwork. But these meant so much to me as a kid. I absolutely treasured these. Definitely had this one. I remember just having it with me everywhere I went. It's quite a big, heavy figure as well. But that was an awesome piece. Is it the Brachiosaurus, maybe? And here's that T-Rex from the side view. This one looks a little bit scratched up, but that's what I had. And again, you see with the 80s kind of interpretation of how the T-Rex kind of carried himself, dragging the tail behind him. But I really love this look. I mean, it's an amazing sculpt. Maybe someone could repaint one of these. Maybe they have, I don't know, but I always loved this figure. And there's a closer look as well. Sorry, my phone's covered in paint splatter from the mask work. I always have it, you know, playing something while I'm doing my stuff in the garage. And it has got covered in speckles of paint. But a great sculpt for this T-Rex toy from the 80s. I always loved it. I think it looks really cool. Here's a shot of the 80s T-Rex by Rebor next to the Rebor Killer Queen. Same company made this, and I believe they're the same scale, both 1/35. But this is just an amazing piece. I had this in storage for a while because his legs warp and he doesn't stand up very well. Got a little bit of blue tack on under one of the toes to keep him up. but I mentioned the dioramas I've got coming, made by the same company. Pretty sure they were made to help hold this guy up, so I am looking forward to having it on display again. Such a beautiful piece. I've reviewed it on the channel, so you can check out the review, and the showcase video is worth checking out as well, all the backgrounds of the forest and stuff. But same company doing amazing work. And here's one of my Papo T-Rexes, which is again kind of based on the Jurassic Park look. A little bit exaggerated, I think, in places. The face and the teeth are not as impressive as they are on the Rebor figures. Just a massive leap forward there with the teeth. But still nice to have this one. Again, made by Papo, same company that made the Raptor. And I also have another T-Rex by Papo as well, so I'll show you that at some point in the future along with all the others once they're here. But I still really like this one. Very intense looking. You can open and close the mouth, same as you can on all of these. Tyrant lizards. Alright, I'll give you my final thoughts and score out of 10. And I will be doing a nice photography session with all the dinosaurs at some point in the near future. Take them outside, get some nice realistic shots, and try and make them look as real as possible. Which won't be hard because they look absolutely super amazing. Real, shrunk down little dinosaurs in your collection. Beautiful, beautiful stuff. Definitely recommend this. It's a 10 out of 10. Massive nostalgia kick for the 80s folks. You know, who grew up seeing this kind of T-Rex. You'll absolutely love this. You would not hesitate. You know, it's nice and affordable, very sturdy, high quality, good stuff. Nothing to fear. You will be very, very happy with this. So I highly, highly recommend it. And yeah, October coming up. I'll let you know when the live stream's happening. It'll be early October, the first week, hopefully. I'll let you know on Instagram at DNAC333 when the live stream's happening. And I will be bringing you plenty of videos all through October, and you know, doing the masks as well. So I'm trying to balance everything out, you know, do the work on the masks but also keep you guys happy with content on here. Every video takes a while to do because you've got to shoot it, edit it, process it, upload it, share it. It's hours and hours and hours and hours and hours of work, but I've been doing it for almost 17 years and I still love it. So I'll keep on keeping on, and you just keep on you know, watching the videos and enjoying them. Sit back and enjoy what I'm pumping out. Let me know how you're doing. Always good to hear from you. I'll see you soon. Take it easy. Bye bye.